I know, I know what you mean. I think it's got to be really simple. And so sometimes when we sing, it's easier to get into. I think sometimes with technical stuff like scales and things, it can feel quite confining because we're so worried about doing it correctly. Whereas when we lean more towards intuition and just kind of feeling our way into it, we tend to come at it from a more open type of perspective, and that gets us into this right kind of spot. We're kind of looking to like mold and shape rather than we're trying to like nudge the voice and kind of feel and marry ourselves with it versus trying to kind of shape it in a more like a more draconian like way, if that makes sense. And I think sometimes when we sing, it can be easier to get into that spot where we're a bit more open, and from that good technique comes, because like we're saying, it's half technique and half allowing yourself to sing is the hard part. Allowing yourself to sing. So and it's easier to allow yourself to sing sometimes from that state of mind where you're kind of more comfortable and you're not worried about how it sounds or worried about like a lot of those things. Do you know what I mean? With scales, it can be very, right, I need to get this right, I need to get mum, 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 all my vowels the same, and all those rules are good rules, but they can make you feel a bit like trapped, if that makes sense. So yeah, I empathize with what you're saying. You've got to kind of find a balance, because you do need some guidelines typically, especially if you're learning as an adult, because it can be really hard to latch on to the right things.